That doesn't look good at all. That looks like more dead wolves, doesn't it? And suddenly they're all here, even though...
Stone, it's Trian.
It must have been a darkspawn attack. This doesn't look like darkspawn. No bites, no scratches, no mutilation.
Right. Well... the murderers may still be around. Yeah, that would probably be Edelstan's biggest concern right now, given that he wants always worried about people's well-being. So be careful, everybody. Murderers may still be around. And by the way, Frandlin, Ivo, and Gorham, what are you doing up here? I didn't tell you to come up here. I said me and the scout would scout it out. So just be careful, all right? You're not as sneaky as we two are.
Someone's coming.
Oops. Alright, now they're backing off suddenly. Let's go sneaky. Hey, Edelstan, go sneaky, sneaky. He doesn't do that apparently. He's more worried looking at the corpse and then okay.
Hurry, Father, before it's too...
Well, Balin is it? And Edelstan over Trian's corpse. Ouch.
By all the ancestors, what has happened here? It seems we weren't fast enough. Balin was right.
Well, we just got here and the guy was lying on the ground.
My son, tell me this isn't what it looks like.
Looks like we just got here and somebody killed Trian apparently.
Just long enough to slay Trian. My lord is innocent.
Sir Gorham, your loyalty makes you a useless witness. It falls to others to tell the story. You, Scout, what happened here?
Trian and his men were here early. It seems they'd done battle with the Darkspawn. Lord Iduken came up to them all friendly-like, but when we got close, he ordered us to attack.
Really now? That's an outright lie.
Then we shall discover the truth.
Frandlin Ivo, you are a good and noble man. Did the scout speak the truth?
He did, my lord. It was terrible.
What?
Since Trian didn't stand a chance. Afterward, my lord stripped his signet ring.
You treacherous bastard! Silence, Gorham. Do you have anything else to say, my son?
What? How can you not see that this is a big setup? You think I'd be so incredibly stupid as to just stand over the corpse while you all march up and just say, "Oh, hi there, by the way"? How can you not see that this is a setup?
I want to believe that. I really do.
Bind him. He will be judged before the assembly. To Orzammar.
And so Edelstan wanders off, being pushed around by the dwarves, having been betrayed and stabbed in the back by Frandlin Ivo, the winner of the tournament, and the scout that he kept scouting everything out together with. He's not in a good mood now. So much for being a nice guy, eh?
Yes, sir.
Here he is in the cell. Apparently Gorham's at Meadham, though.
I would have come sooner had they allowed it. How are you?
Well... yeah, I think I am. Anyway, I'm fine, Gorham. How about you?
I could be better. I have bad news, though. The Assembly isn't going to call for you. Balin has taken Trian's place in the Assembly. He introduced a motion to condemn you immediately, and it easily passed.
Really?
He had fully half the Assembly ready to vote on something completely against tradition and justice. He must have been making deals and alliances for months, if not years.
So... Well... Right. This is pretty interesting, of course. This whole backstabbing thing has happened just after Adelstan felt terrible about just killing those mercenaries, obviously hired by Balin, not Trian, to kill him. And he... I suppose he's probably blaming himself for that, if not for Trian's death. I don't want... He's not all saintly like, but I think right now, having just, just been through killing a number of other dwarves, and then right after that bad stuff just starts to happen, I think he's just, I probably deserve whatever punishment they decide anyway.
The Assembly has already sentenced both of us.
What? What's gonna happen to you?
My knighthood will be stripped, my name torn from my family records. But I will be allowed to attempt some sort of life on the surface. Lord Harrowmont moved for a similar exile for you, but Balin's supporters overwhelmed him. You are to be sealed in the deep roads to fight Darkspawn until you are overwhelmed and killed.
Well, if they really thought I killed my brother, but what the heck? Why are you being sentenced? Oh well. So... I'm doomed then, am I?
There is a chance, my lord, but it's not a big one. Lord Harrowmont gave me access to see you so I could tell you this. Duncan and the Grey Wardens are still in the deep roads, in tunnels connected to those you are to be left in. If you survive long enough to find the Grey Wardens, you may be able to escape with Duncan.
So, the Grey Wardens would take an exile, a murderer?
The Grey Wardens don't care about a person's past. They recruit for daring, intelligence, and martial power. If you can find them, I'm sure you can join them and escape the deep roads.
Well... So how do I find the Grey Wardens then?
They're down there somewhere. It's just a matter of surviving long enough to track them. I begged to go with you and fight at your side, but Balin's pet nobles wouldn't hear of it.
Yeah, they're... In that, at least, they did the right thing. I mean, you're... I seriously don't know what they have against you, but you're going to be safer going to the surface than down to the deep roads to fight the Darkspawn, I think.
I would give up all the safety in the world to go down this dark path with you. Our time is up. May the Paragons guide your sword and the stone hold you up.
Alright. The same to you, my loyal friend, Gorham.
I will always be your man, my lord Iduken.
They are ready for you now.
And so we're off to see the assembly and the punishment is about to be
Here is the
executed.
prisoner, Lord Harrowmont.
Having been found guilty of fratricide by the Assembly of Orzammar, you are hereby sentenced to exile and death. Your name is from this point forward stripped from the records. You are no longer a person, nor a memory. You are to be cast into the deep roads with only sword and shield. Dare to redeem your life by fighting the enemies of Orzammar until your death. Do you have anything to say before the sentence is carried out?
Well, couldn't I at least have had 2 daggers rather than a freaking shield? Crap. Oh well. I suppose... Is there really any point protesting my innocence at this point? Not really. mean, I don't think Adelstan is going to directly attack Balin, actually. Is this what you call justice? Yeah, he is questioning that. Although on the other hand, yeah, like I said, he's blaming himself now, because, you know, he just killed a bunch of dwarves, and next thing all this stuff happens, and he's sort of hard-pressed not to see some sort of terrible irony in that, so maybe he's just gonna stay completely silent.
Soldier, hand the accused your sword and shield. Open the doors and let the condemned walk through. May the stone accept you when you fall.
Ah, that's not much of a consolation. And so Adelstan goes through the doors with a sword and a shield. Definitely not very happy. And there, kaboom! The doors slam shut behind him. Game is saved. I think it's probably a good idea. I'm gonna keep that save game just in case I find some sort of odd way to avoid killing those mercenaries somehow. I don't think that's gonna happen. And so in the next video, clearly Adelstan's gonna have to try and survive through the deep roads. Of course, what he's gonna do is slips directly into stealth, try and sneak around as much as possible, and because he's all alone, there's probably a whole bunch of darkspawn everywhere. And I think that is going to be more than enough for this episode. So thanks for following me this far. I guess I tend to end up with these characters who, you know, want to be good guys, and it doesn't quite work out, and they start questioning themselves and blaming themselves. I don't know. We'll see how it all turns out. I'm just a little bit surprised, or not surprised, but a little bit annoyed that I had to kill those mercenaries, those dwarven mercenaries. I did actually once, before I started this Let's Play, I did play through the Dwarven commoner, the Dwarven non-noble origin story, and I was able to sort of avoid most of the dwarf killing that was really really scripted for me in that origin story. It was actually quite funny. There was I don't know, maybe I should make a video about that, a separate one, but in short, there was I sneaked past a whole bunch of dwarves, and then there was the boss battle, and I had to fight that one, and the boss complained that I'd killed all his underlings, and I hadn't, because I'd been able to sneak past them. Not so in this case. I apparently had to kill not just the head mercenary, but all those mercenaries, and I think, well, at least Adelstan's gonna sort of feel guilty about that, and sort of definitely accept his punishment here. Even though he didn't kill Tree, and he probably deserved some bad stuff happening to him, considering how he really should have done better. Really should have been able to avoid killing all of those mercenaries at least. I guess he's not so stealthy as he thinks he is. You know, every time something important happens, his stealth fails, and you get this frigging cutscenes. So he's definitely questioning himself a lot right now, and I think, but maybe all of that is actually gonna lead to him getting a little bit stronger in the end. I think I'm gonna leave the leveling up for the next. I'll finish this video with that. So, what has he learnt? He's the kind of, he needs cunning. He's a cunning kind of guy. tell you what, though, all the fighting that he has done has probably increased his strength a little bit. It's just... So the thing about Dragon Age Origins is a little bit odd that strength is physical prowess rather than just strength, so... I'm a little annoyed that Aelstan keeps missing an awful lot in combat. He's not supposed to be that kind of a klutz, really, because his dexterity is really quite high. But his low strength means he keeps missing in combat. Whereas dexterity, given that he tends to fight with sharp weapons, archery, let's see. I think dexterity improves the character's chances to hit. Yeah, it ought to do that, except his low strength means he keeps missing. And contributes to the damage dealt by piercing weapons like daggers or arrows. So, given that he likes to use daggers and stuff, he's really, if he was more dexterous, he'd be dealing more damage. But yeah, it does improve a character's chances to hit. So he should, getting more dexterous should be getting better at hitting as well. And of course, cunning is sort of typically what he's doing. But I think, yeah, all the fighting that he has had to do probably increased his strength a bit. Probably his constitution as well, But I think all the stuff that happened as well with him getting stabbed in the back by his own brother, I think he's learned a lesson or two about being cunning here. So we'll go with this general sort of setup. I'm definitely focusing him on coercion. Actually, 16 cunning is enough for master coercion. But I think for more... No, actually I could get next stealth as well from just more... I'm overplaying cunning, I guess, for this level, but it's just right for his character is what it is. Can't get better stealth until level 4. Can't get any of this until level 4. I'm just on first tier stuff. Seems a bit odd to... Well, he has been fighting dual weapons, so it makes sense that he would be better at that, but it doesn't help him an awful lot right now, because it's kind of in the... Oh yeah. This, deft hands. This, if I can manage to avoid killing things, then opening locks and disarming traps is going to be... Yeah, that's going to be important. It's a sort of non-lethal way to gain experience, so definitely going with deft hands. Even though... Yep. Even though it's in the middle of the deep roads and expecting Darkspawn to attack him at the next corner, basically, I think. Yeah, right there. And so I didn't get to end the video right there either, did I? Because you can't save in combat. It's a freaking giant spider. Let's see if we can... get around it. Yep. Try and... I'm gonna have to try and fight dirty. Really, I would have preferred to get behind you, Mr. Giant Spider thingy, for backstabs. Yep. Much better. There we go. Right. And an animal like that, he's not... Well, it had money. And it decomposes really fast. I mean, that's one of the things about Dragon Age Origins. Once you loot something, it just decomposes really fast. I don't know how you feel about that. I think there's a mod exists to change that because it's a bit odd. But I'm ranting. It's definitely time to save and end the video. Thanks for joining me for this rather long video, and I'll be back with another probably fairly long video in some time. Until then, go in peace and live and let live.